Alright, before you start any type of haircut, you definitely want to make sure everything is laid down perfectly in place, because when everything's laid down in place, you set neater guidelines, and neater guidelines, it helps for a neater blend and a better blend. But right here, I'm going in with my trimmers where the C cup would start, and I'm cutting all that off, and I'm going all the way down in a straight line to the ear. Alright, so I basically set my back first initial guideline the same like how I do for every single one. I basically look at how much blending room I have, and I basically just gauge it off that. Just gauge how much room you would think you would need for the back taper, and you just set your guidelines in just according to that. So right here, I'm debulking with my 1.5 guard lever all the way closed on my wall seniors. And I don't know, I really didn't debulk too much when I was first learning how to cut hair. It was more like later down the road, but ever since I started, I've noticed that my blends have came out a lot better. Just helped with neater guidelines and things like that. So I don't know, just try it out and see if it works for you. Alright, so now it's time to set in our secondary guideline. I like using my Andis Masters. I see it as another way of debulking because the comb is a little bit longer on the Andis Master than a regular clipper, like my wall seniors, which I would be using in this cut. And so I don't know, it just always again helped me with my blends, different things like that. So I also recommend, if you got an Andis Master, just go ahead and set in your secondary guideline with the Andis Master, then take it out with one of your whatever clipper you choose to use. Alright, so now I'm using my wall seniors, the clipper I use more for fading and different things like that. So usually, this is actually one of my favorite clippers. But I go ahead and I do more of a lever play, but I start all the way with my lever closed, and then I slowly open up my lever the higher I go. But when you're taking out that ball guideline that you set in with your trimmers with your wall seniors, you're going to have to close your lever all the way and really focus on just that line. You really want to make sure that line gets taken out, because if you don't, that line will be in there and it's going to be noticeable, and your fade or your taper is going to look choppy. Right here I have my one guard all the way open with my wall seniors, and I'm really kind of doing more of a flicking motion. It's really to make sure that the hair blends in really well with all the hair on top. I really see this a problem a lot with a lot of younger barbers that are starting out, is they're digging in when they start to get more to the bulk of hair. You really want to flick out so it blends really well with the bald going into all the hair. So right here, I kind of zoomed it in a little bit because I really want you guys to, really see what's going on. But right here, I have my half guard and it's all the way open. And I do more of a lever play also with this too. Now, the reason for it is our style all the way open, because I just noticed over the time of me just cutting hair, whenever I opened it all the way and then I slowly closed it, I just noticed that the blend just came out a lot better. It just came out more natural when you slowly get into the blend instead of trying to force it in. So that's why I basically kind of just, open the lever and then slowly close it. So right here, now I have my 1.5 guard. It is all the way closed, and I'm kind of flicking out even more. It's not even a flick out. I'm really just scooping. I'm really getting that scooping motion down, so then I'm not, digging into the bulk of hair, and then it will look more like a disconnect. I want it to all flow really well together, and that's why I use this guard. Alright, so since I basically already showed you the side taper, the back and the other side is the exact same steps. I'm just basically going to fast forward it. I'm not going to fast forward it too much because I really want you guys to see the steps and everything like that. But I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward it for you guys. Alright, so what I'm doing right here is some detailed work with my Andis Master. Again, the reason why I like using my Andis Master, because again, the comb is just longer. It allows me to just kind of go out the run without picking up too many guards and things like that. This right here is a technique that I've just come to love. It's really just freehanding it, and it takes a lot of skill and practice and trial and error, but once you get it down, the blends just come out really nice. It's just where I coast over it and it knocks down any hairs that just are out of place in any dark spots. So I just really found that technique works a lot for me. But you always want to do detail work, because detail work, it kind of just separates you from the other barbers. It just shows that you care about the little things, because the little things soon turn into the big things. So you really just want to take a little step back and just look at the overall big picture and see, you know, what things you can fix, because there's always things you can fix about the blend. Alright, so right here I'm using my favorite product. I like, this is my favorite product I always use every single time on all lineups. It's called Liquid Razor. It kind of just helps give that, you know, kind of works as a spritz, but it also even makes sure that you get that nice ash effect, you know, when it comes to, you know, your lineups. But on the lineup part, that was just basically to show you. I tried, but the camera stopped recording, so it didn't get the left side of the lineup, but I will show you guys the right side of the lineup. I'm sorry, it just ended up cutting off on me. It just happened at like the worst time ever. But you really just, when it comes to the lineup, just keep things nice and natural, and you know, if you got to push it back, make sure it's a professional pushback, to where it's like you have to do it, not just unnecessary where you're just trying to push it back to make it look crispy, because I mean, then people are going to get mad at you because you just pushed them back. But yeah, that you just really want to make sure everything's natural but crispy. Alright, so right here I'm putting in some Cantu curling cream. I feel like the Cantu works better than the curling hair smoothie right before I, you know, use the curl sponge, because it's more like a paste. I feel like it molds it better and allows the curl sponge to really get, you know, grab the hairs better and really curl it a lot better. So that's why I like to use Cantu. Alright, now it comes to the curl sponge. I really never noticed how many people actually struggle with the curl sponge, but to be honest, when it comes to the curl sponge, all you need is a good product like Cantu, and you just keep going over and over in a circle until it gets to, you know, the style that you want. You just keep going over it as many times as needed. 2. This is the cut, and if you liked it, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Like the video if you like the video, because why don't you like the video if you like the video? Go drop a comment down below, because you guys already know. I'll leave you guys comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe, because we dropping fire videos just like this one. But hey, it's 360 Woods, and I'm out. Yeah.